everybody, it's Kyle. I'm coming to you live from my car on the way home on a Monday after a full work day. Pretty darn exciting. So on the subject of older episodes or archived episodes, if you've noticed in the podcast app or whatever you listen to this on, or if you listen to it on SoundCloud, not all the episodes are up there. I think this is episode 23, if I remember correctly. I think once you get past a certain amount, there's not all the episodes are going to be up there. So I do have all the episodes, and I was talking to a friend of mine who has their own podcast, and we discussed it. And actually, he puts his podcast episodes, when they're archived, up on YouTube, which is great. I mean, there's really no limit on YouTube what you can upload. So, if I'm not allowed enough space through SoundCloud, then I'll pull the episodes down and put the archives up on YouTube. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I put the very first episode up there, episode 001. It's the first episode with me and Mikey. It's a pretty fun one. If you haven't heard that one in a long time, or if you've never heard it, go check it out. But keep your eyes open on the Dad Snark podcast playlist in YouTube. I'll put a link to it in the notes here. But keep your eyes open there. There's 2 episodes in there right now. There's that episode 001. And then there's, I think it's episode 16 or something like that. I cannot remember. Maybe 18. But it's the episode that I actually did video podcast of down in Florida. So there are video elements in there as well. On the archived episodes, what I'm going to do is put them up. And I'm not just going to leave the screen blank the whole time. I will have our logo up there, or album art, whatever. And then I will also, go ahead. I will also, sorry, talking to traffic as I drive. I will also put up things that have to do with what's being discussed while you're listening. So you will see some imagery in there. If you look at the first one I did with me and Mikey, episode 001, there's images up there as we talk about things. So kind of cool. Not a lot of extra stuff, but some extra stuff. Kind of fun. All right. So what is bugging me? Well, I mean, there's not a lot bugging me. I had a great weekend. I can tell you that. I'm not even going to go over anything that's bugging me because I can't think of anything. But I can tell you we had a great weekend last weekend. Got some free tickets to the Royals game. Took the kids with us. These seats are usually ones we go with our my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. We usually go with them to these games, but they were unable to go. They'd already asked for the tickets, so we took our kids, and they'd never sat in those seats. They're really great seats. So we had a fun time. It was dollar night, so it was like $1 peanuts and $1 hot dogs. Partook in a little bit of that. And then it was also fireworks night, Fireworks Friday. So after the game, they had a big fireworks show. That was kind of cool. And then, let's see, Saturday we had a swim meet. Went pretty well. And that's about it. I mean, there really wasn't a lot going on this weekend. Thank goodness. Because wanted a weekend where we weren't jam-packed the whole entire weekend. So, we had a good time. Still have not finished Stranger Things Season 3, which is weird. We easily would have finished that in 2 days. That's what we did, the first season and the second season. Those were gone in a couple days each. So it's kind of interesting. I think we watched the first 5, so we've got 3 left. And I don't know, maybe, I guess it is going to go 4 seasons, but maybe we just don't want to finish them because we don't want to miss out on them. We'll see. Other than that, I mean, my daughter's getting ready to go to her first BSA camp, the 10-day long camp in Osceola, or Camp Bartle, here in Missouri. And my son went for 10 days earlier in the summer, and it's her time to go with this inaugural BSA troop full of ladies. So she is going to go check that out and enjoy that for 10 days. It'll be a little warm, but she's going to have a blast, man. There's so much stuff they're going to do. I think she'll be hooked when she gets back. Pretty excited. Swim team, actually, we have our championship meet the same first weekend that she goes down there. So we got to go pick her up, bring her and her friend back, and then they have a swim meet early next Saturday. They're going to swim all day, come home, go to bed, get up. We're going to go down to the BSA camp for Visitors Sunday. And there you go. Then we are going to come home without her. But she's got a few more days to spend down there. So, but it should be good. I'm excited for her. I hope she enjoys it. Again, really having a tough time thinking of anything that's bugging me. So I'll just go ahead and leave that off. Tell you what I'm into right now. One thing I'm really, really into is got a new MacBook Pro at work. I'm very excited about it. It's a top of the line, highest end video card, everything in a MacBook Pro. I won't even go into the price, but it was ample. But I'm excited to use it. The thing is lightning fast from what I've experienced so far. It's got 2 terabytes of SSDs in it. It's just crazy fast. So I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on that thing and doing some editing with it. Putting together all the stuff for the studio at work is way more complex than I had imagined. So it is literally a matter of trying to be really sure that everything's going to fit together and connect together and all that stuff. And it sounds a lot easier than it really is. It's actually quite difficult. But I'm going to make it happen. It's no big deal. Definitely. So just going through that and working on that stuff. And as much as it might sound like I'm complaining about it right now, actually, I really love doing stuff like that. The true nerd in me is coming out in droves. And it's very fun and interesting to set something like this up for me. So I'll be curious to see how that goes. I may even try to shoot an episode in there. We'll see. I don't know. I know it wouldn't be a problem, but we'll see. Let's see. Other than that, what else am I into? I really wish Childish Gambino would come out with that album. What in the hell is going on, dude? I think last summer we were talking about this album. This album is taking forever. I know it's supposedly his last album, the last Childish Gambino album. But damn, man, This Is America and the 2 summer songs that he did, man, all that shit came out a long time ago. And you need to come out with that album, buddy, and be done with it. I think that it kind of wears him down. He loves music and all that stuff. Obviously, he's in The Lion King, and there's a lot of singing and stuff in that. And it sounds really good and looks good, too, that film. But, damn, dude, put your album out. You're never more popular than you're going to be right now, buddy. Put it out. There's really nothing new out. Nothing I'm really interested in listening to. I've been listening to this Korean hip-hop playlist on Spotify, and thank goodness it gives me something interesting to listen to, because there's just not a lot out there. The Stranger Things Season 3 soundtrack is great. They got a lot of great music in it. So I've been listening to that album a lot, too. And, that's about it, man. Nothing really new that I'm very excited about in music. Let's see, movies. I'm really excited to see It. I'm jazzed about that show. I cannot wait for that It Part 2. I'm really looking forward to it. Another thing that I'm excited to see is when Disney Plus streaming comes out here pretty soon, they're going to have The Mandalorian, which is the first live-action Star Wars TV show. I've heard crazy things about it. I've heard that the average cost per episode is like $15 million, which is madness. I know that Game of Thrones, by the end of the series, it was costing about that much per episode, but Mandalorian from the get-go, and it's already been renewed for a second season. It hasn't even aired or anything, but man, it looks great. I cannot wait to see that show. Really looking forward to some new Star Wars stuff. And then, of course, we get Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, here around Christmas time this year. So that's exciting as well. Those are the movies I'm really into. I'd like to see Spider-Man Far From Home, and I'm sure I will. But, yeah, I don't know. I may or may not go see that in the theater. I'm not too worried about it. I am also very interested in getting the 4K Blu-ray version of Alita Battle Angel, We went and saw that when it came out in the theater, and man, I loved it. I thought it was really good. And anime is a tough one to make films of. It doesn't do very well usually. And, I mean, you think about Ghost in the Shell. It was okay. Actually, it was way better than I thought it was going to be with Scarlett Johansson. But there's that, and then this one here. It was an anime, I guess, at one point in a manga, and I thought it was really a great film, man. I thought it was a good story. It was weird and unique and different, and I loved it. I'm anxious to see the 4K Blu-ray. I'd like to see more of the stuff behind the scenes, how they built it and all that. But it's an interesting film. If you haven't seen Alita Battle Angel, you're in for a treat if you've not checked it out yet. So, and that's about it, guys. I really can't think of much else that's going on that I'm really too into right now. I haven't even had a chance to read all the comics that I bought. I'm busy, like, all the time. Kids both have scouts tonight. I got to take them to that, and then there's some swimming this week, but we'll be missing that because my daughter will be down at camp. So, but the swim championships next weekend will be there. That should be interesting. I'm excited to see how she does this year. It's been an interesting summer league because it's a little bit more of a challenge than she was used to. She is 11. She'll be 12 in December. But she's swimming with a lot of 12-year-olds, and a few 11-year-olds are in there. Her buddies, I think, getting ready to turn 12 if she hasn't already. But most of the people in there swimming with her are 12 years old. So it's pretty interesting to watch how she does that. She still, gets first place quite a bit and does really well. I think after this league, we're going to take a little break and maybe break her out into some one-on-one lessons, some hands-on lessons, get somebody working with her on those strokes so she can refine those strokes a little bit better and start working on building up a little muscle mass for her as well. I think that would be a good thing. So we'll start working on that after this league this summer, and then maybe she'll be ready to do Winter League in a few months. We'll see. We'll kind of leave it up to her. We don't really want to pressure her, but we know she's good at it. We know she likes it. She likes winning, and so we want to help motivate her, but we don't want to push her. And that's always kind of a fine line when you're a parent. All right. Sorry there's not more information, guys. There's just not a lot going on. Like I said, I'm knee-deep in building out the studio at work. And I mean, by the time I get home, I'm pretty darn tired, and I just don't have a lot of energy to do much. I really need to get into... I will tell you this. One thing I'm reading right now is a book by Don Coscarelli. If you don't know who Don Coscarelli is, he directed Phantasm, which is one of the all-time favorite cult horror films from 1979. I remember when that movie came out. My uncle went and saw it, came back and told me how great it was, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I love it, and I love all the sequels. It's a great story and really weird and different from anything at the time. But anyway, he wrote a book, an autobiography, and it's really interesting. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Confessions of a B Filmmaker or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up. I'll put the link in the notes here. But it is really good, really interesting. And a lot of the people that he has met throughout his life, it's really interesting. I mean, he was in that same class of guys that came out in the 70s and 80s, like it was him and Spielberg, George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola had come out just a little bit earlier. But Martin Scorsese was, a lot of these people, especially Lucas and Spielberg and Coscarelli and some more, they all went to school together in California, in LA, USC or UCLA. And so it was really interesting to hear some of the stuff that came up. And, he had a lot of really big opportunities early on. I mean, he made his first film when he was less than 20 years old. And he and his buddy made it. And it was a studio budget picture, which is pretty insane, really, when you consider it. But, yeah, he made a full film. America, the band America, recorded the song for his film. I think it's called Confessions of a Teenager. I've never seen that film, but I might be interested in watching it now. But anyway, he worked inside the industry there to make inside the system, I guess they call it, to make that film. He and his buddy, and then he broke out separate from that. They didn't really want to work in the system again, so they kind of went out on their own and made their own stuff after that. And thus we got Phantasm in 1979, and I love that movie. Like I say, I know it's corny, I know it's pretty goofy and all that, but man, it's a great cult horror film, and it's very unique, very different. If you've never seen it, I definitely recommend it. It's not something that's probably going to scare you. It's just kind of eerie and weird. So check it out if you get a chance. Don Coscarelli is he's a director I've always really enjoyed and admired. I like his films. I love Boba Hotep. That's a film of his as well, based on a Joe Lansdale story. Really love that one. If you've not seen it, I think you would probably like that one. I think he made The Beastmaster too, back in the day. I cannot remember the guy that was in it. Eric something. I know his sister was big in films at the time too. Eric Singer. And then Laurie Singer was his sister. I think she's the love interest in Footloose, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean, he made that film as well. That was probably his biggest budget film that he ever made. Yeah, it's all right. It's not that great, but it's fun. So check out Don Coscarelli. Check out his autobiography, True Life of an Indie Filmmaker, or something like that. It's really cool, man. I like it. I'll put a link in the notes. That's it, guys. I really cannot think of anything else. I wish I could come up with something else to just talk about, but I can't. Still trying to get the guys together, drink some of those Natter Days. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. I may just get a sixer of them and drink them. I bet they're pretty nasty. Until then, until we have another episode, I do not have much to say other than get off my lawn.